Hello everyone, you got Mark coming to you this evening on the Garage Guy 879 channel. Tonight is Friday night, October 7th, 2022. Now what you're looking at right here, my friends, is a used Smith & Wesson Model 64-8 I picked up earlier today at my local hometown gun shop, Scotty's Guns, here in Chilhowee, Virginia. And I got this thing for cheap. And I'll show you why here in just a minute. But anyway, Patty was telling me a little bit about how she come across this revolver right here. Patty is Scotty's sister and they run the gun shop together. Anyhow, Patty told me a older woman came into the shop and was wanting something smaller and lighter. She's getting up in years, and these things are a tank. They're a good chunk of steel, but an awesome chunk of steel. I love these things. And anyhow, Patty took this in on trade. And it also came with a holster, one of those nylon Wally World holsters. And when Patty showed it to me, I said, just toss it. You know, that thing was musty, it was dirty. But when you run something like a pet rescue operation, that is not a clean job. You're going to get dirty. And unfortunately, there were some blemishes that came up on this finish. And I'll show you, good people, here in just a minute. We'll go on the toolbox under the bright light. A little too cold to be up the garage on the bench under the bright light tonight, so I'm down here at the house inside the carport. Anyhow, I had a Model 64-7 a few years ago, and it wasn't that long ago, a friend of mine, I let him shoot it, and he offered me what I paid for it. So I figured, well, I don't use it that much. I went ahead and sold it to him, but as soon as he started to pull out of the driveway, I started to regret it. And, excuse me, I just wanted to run down the driveway after him and yell, hey, come back, here's your money back. But you know once you shake somebody's hand and make a deal, then the deal is done. You do not renege on a handshake. But, yeah, let's go ahead and look at this. And you'll see why I'm asking for some advice on how to take care of the problems I'm about to show you here. You know, this is a sweetheart. I like this thing. It looks good at first glance, but I'll show you what's going on with it here in just 1 second. Let's do this. Alright, my friends, here we are on the toolbox under the bright light, and here she is. Now, those issues I was talking about. I don't know if it's scuff. It doesn't really feel like rust, because rust would be a little bit rough, and that's really not rough there. But right here's one of the spots right there. There's another one right here. Okay, we have one right here. And on the crown of the barrel. It's what bums me out the most. Right here, as you can see. And right here. See if the camera's picking that up. Yeah, those issues right there, you know, that just bums me out, especially this right here. Other than that, this finish is in pretty good shape. The grip is in good shape. The one thing I don't like about it, Hillary hole right here. They started putting these on the Smith & Wesson revolvers, I believe 2001 if I remember right. Anyhow, I have the cylinder here. It looks pretty clean, but I don't know what kind of shape it was in before Patty bought this off the woman. Let me go ahead and empty these snap caps here. And yes, I ain't using 3D printed snap caps no more. Alright, that's very clean looking. No carbon scoring. I doubt this thing's been shot very much. Very smooth right there. No resistance, no friction. Now let's go ahead and put these snap caps in. These are the metal, what they call A-zoom snap caps, and these things will last. Picked them up off eBay. And if you're going to get something that lasts, you better get something good, and you're going to pay a little extra for it. Anyway, the action on this thing, trigger and hammer action, is just nice. That's the main reason I bought it. These things are so dependable. Alright, let's go ahead, double action, or a single action. Got that steel pop to it like all Smiths do. 4, 5, 6. Let's try some double action. Oh yeah. Taurus has the 2 clicks. Smith has 1. 4, 5. Let's get a close up here from my buddy Greg. He loves hearing these clicks. Yeah. One more time, Greg. Yeah. Let's sit back down here at the table and wrap this up. Alright, my friends, we're back here having a sit down, and let's wrap this up. Y'all saw the blemishes on here and the little help please part of the video title. This is where I'm asking for the help. Does anybody out there have any suggestions on how I might take care of these blemishes, these spots here on this revolver, especially here on the crown of the barrel? You know, I dealt with other firearms that had blemishes, rust, what have you, but none of them had the stainless steel finish like this Smith did, and I don't want to do anything to mess it up. That's my big concern. You know, it might be a used firearm, but you know, I do take care of my firearms, used or new, what have you. I want it to look decent, want it to look nice, and if anybody has any suggestions, please leave a comment down there in the comment section, or hit me up by email, garageguy879@gmail.com, and I'd really appreciate any advice anybody could give me. You know, my go-to revolver guys, Scotsman, Greg, Buffalo, anybody out there, got any thoughts, ideas, suggestions, let me know something. Also, another thing about this, I plan on doing a first shots video here this weekend if nothing comes up. And later on down the road, I want to do a comparison video with this right here. We've seen this a few months ago on my channel. This is a Taurus Model 82. Also chambered in 38 Special plus P rated. And even though I did the initial video on this a couple of months back, well, maybe even longer than that, I have still yet to take the first shots with it. But the comparison video I'll do with these two. And I got to tell you, just sitting here and eyeballing these at first glance, you would think this is almost the same model firearm, but there are a couple of very small noticeable differences. And anyhow, we'll get into that when I do the comparison video. But yeah, be on the lookout for that here within the next few weeks. But this right here, any suggestions, any advice would be most helpful, and I would truly appreciate it. I'm Mark, GarageGuy879. Thanks for watching, and I hope to hear from y'all soon.